It's Nick Simons, December 23rd, 2021. I just thought of something that I wanted to share with everybody. Okay, I forgot it already because everybody has poor immediate memory, but it should come back to me. Okay, yeah, pay it forward. That's right, but don't encourage a predatory mindset. Something I thought about when I was in jail recently. My most recent adventure in a jail, at least. Yeah, I mean, I just noticed, like, based on my studies, you know, I could tell what people are, like, on the up and up, in a sense. Like, you always got to be careful because everybody could be, you know, put on a front. You know, you never really know until you, like, I hate to say it, God, until you, like, live with somebody almost. You never really know how someone really is almost until you live with them, because that's when when you can't easily get out, that's when they decide to show you their true selves. And, you know, this has happened to me at least twice, so this could happen to anybody in a way, like, you know, but you gotta watch out, like, for predators, people with a predatory mindset, like, because everybody wants to, like, help, and you know, there was a guy in jail, like, here, this is a good example. There was a guy that he kept giving his stuff away, and, you know, it was nice of him to help people out, but he attracted people that were just there to take advantage of him. And I could see these people come, and they would start violating boundaries, you know, like, just, like, see something on the shelf and just grab it without asking first, and people just started helping themselves to his things, because they would violate boundaries and just see if he said anything, and then once they caught on that he was weak, they just violated more and more until the point where they were, you know, people were just going in his locker without asking him for things and taking his stuff, and then just coming back and acting like they were his friend, and he wouldn't say anything, you know, and then he's like, I pay it forward. And I tried to point out to him, it's like, look, it's good to pay it forward, I know, but sometimes you have to be careful, because by your paying it forward to somebody, to a predator, okay, you know, by paying it forward to a predator, you're encouraging their predatory mindset, which they're going to go use on other people who might not be as willing to pay it forward, or maybe not be able to stand, you know, being taken advantage of like that, because they don't have that much money. You know, and just think of all the problems it creates, in a sense. So, because people tend to do what works for them. You know, so if having somebody that has a predatory mindset, they have that because it's worked for them in their environments, and they're going to go and they can't seem to shake it. It's just intrinsic to who they are at some point, because I'm convinced that just some people out there, even like, you know, Donald Trump, you know, we're just convinced that everybody's out to get them, and it's a dog eat dog, and everybody would take advantage of everybody else. So you want to be the king person who takes advantage of people. Like, some people have that mindset. They won't believe that other people don't have it. They think any attempt to act like you wouldn't do, like, F them twice as hard as they'd F you. Like, if you try to tell them you wouldn't do it, they're just like, yeah, right. You know, sure. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like, they think they're smarter than that to believe that. But, so, just, be careful who you pay it forward to. You're not judging people. You know, if you recognize that they're not living up to the standards that you have for your own morals. You know, once you have set standards for your own morals, and other people, you know, they're not living up to those standards at that point in time, doesn't mean they're bad people or anything, or that you're not judging them by recognizing the threat that they are, you know, and you know, some predators, they just want to take up your time. Honestly, they operate under the assumption that all attention is good attention. In, like, the recovery world, they might be between relapses, or still in active use and pretending to be straight, and won't have any drugs, so they'll come soak up attention in places where people, that's their purpose to be there, is to help people. They want to help people. So these like predator type attention predators will go in there and just soak up whatever attention they can get from people, and then live another life, have a double life on the side where they just go back to just going into active use. You know what I mean? There's predators that they violate your physical space. Things, they might do things that are like inappropriate, but not so inappropriate that anyone's going to do anything about it, but still inappropriate enough to make you feel uncomfortable. Like they might come up and put their hand on your shoulder gently and look you right in the eye and talk to you, and when they're really not supposed to be making any body contact in an environment like that. But it's not like in whatever, like in an environment that it wouldn't be appropriate in. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, like, just don't be ashamed to demand if someone violates your physical space, say you got to set the boundaries. Tell them, you got to vocalize it. And that's where we start. Like I said earlier before, setting boundaries for others includes setting boundaries for yourself on what you're going to accept. As far as how you let people treat you. It's not, you're not judging people, by recognizing that they're not living up to the standards of moral conduct or ethics that you require to have. They want to be a part of your inner circle. They got to have these morals. It's hard not to judge in a sense, but when we're in self-preservation mode, you can't help everyone, and it's the oxygen mask rule again. Like I've been in and out of the recovery community here in Manchester, New Hampshire for like 3 years now, and I'm just trying to address problems I've had and problems I've seen, and this is like my outlet right now to try to help, and not just I want to actually be effective, for real. All right, thank you very, very much.